These are the Sony XM5s, a pair of headphones that rival the AirPod Pro Maxes. But are they worth the steep price point? Let's find out. The Sony XM5s come with a nice and sleek carrying case, as well as a Type-C charging cable and an aux cable, as well as, of course, the headphones themselves. The carrying case may not seem significant, but it is, because unlike the XM4s, the XM5s don't fold, with up to 32 hours of battery life with noise cancellation disabled. Now, with noise cancellation enabled, the max battery life is 24 hours. So really, they feel like they last a whole lot longer. And of course, since it comes with a Type-C charger, we do get fast charging with these headphones. It takes about 3.5 hours for a full charge, and quick charge gives you 3 hours with only 3 minutes of charge time. Besides the incredible battery life these headphones have, the band itself is a soft fit leather and lightweight, only weighing about 8.82 ounces. The Bluetooth range is about 32.8 feet, which I don't see you pushing that far, but if you do, just know it will work as long as you're within 32 feet of the device itself. You can connect up to 2 devices at once, and it will prioritize a phone call if you're connected to a phone and a laptop, for example. Ties in really well with their touch gestures because you can double tap the headphone itself and it will switch between devices. There's also a feature called Fast Pair, which is similar to Find My, that allows you to see the device location and ping it within the Google Find My app. When it comes to audio features, we have ambient mode, which is equivalent to transparency mode, just not as good as on the AirPod Pro Maxes. So keep that in mind when you purchase these. You can configure all the settings to your liking on the app, including the ambient noise mode and the strength of the ambient noise. It comes with a 360 spatial sound personalizer, which will really give you a nice experience whenever you're listening to anything using these headphones. The headphones have 4 mics on either earmuffs focused on your voice for better call and or microphone quality and improved noise cancellation. Who doesn't like that? There's a speak to chat and quick attention mode that stops whatever is playing on the headphones when it detects a voice. So when you're out in public and someone needs to talk to you, if you enable that mode, it'll stop whatever's playing in your ear whenever they begin to say something. It's a pretty neat feature. With the voice control panel on the right side of the earphone, on the left side you're going to find a noise cancellation and ambient noise button, which you can press to switch between the two. There's also a power and Bluetooth button where you can power on the device or put it in pairing mode. Now, I spoke a little bit about the touch gestures, but let's dive deep into it and see what each gesture does. So 2 clicks on the headphones will play or pause a video. You'll swipe forward to skip the track or video. You'll swipe back to skip the beginning or to go to the previous track. You'll swipe forward and hold to start fast forwarding, release when done. You'll swipe back and hold rewind, release when finished. You'll swipe up to increase the volume and swipe down to decrease the volume. Tap and hold with 2 fingers to enable or disable speech to chat. Now, I know that is a lot, and you probably won't remember anything besides what you're going to use. So the most important ones for me is the sliding forward, sliding back, double tapping, and up and down for volume. Also, the 2 fingers for hold to speech will probably be a good one to commit to memory. My opinion of them after using them for about a year now. They're definitely a solid piece of technology, and they're very versatile, especially when it comes to traveling or just for at-home use. And I use them even for gaming a little bit, which they're probably not the best, but hey, they work for me. Now, do I regret buying these over the XM4s? Definitely not. The price point is a little more steep with the Sony XM5s, but I caught them on a sale, so I got them for around the same price as the XM4s. Now, for those of you who don't, you need to understand the only thing you're going to be missing out on is some sound quality, and they won't fold. That's the biggest thing for me. Also, the XM4s don't come with ambient mode, but I do have my opinions on their ambient mode. Their ambient mode is not as good as what I compared it to, and that is the Apple AirPod Pro Maxes. If you're looking for a good ambient or transparency mode, I would definitely go with the AirPod Pro Maxes. That was probably the only thing that made me regret buying these over the AirPod Pro Maxes, but everything else on these I haven't had issues with. Overall, solid pair of headphones. If you do want to go for the Sony XM5s, I would suggest just going for it and not for the XM4s. More than likely, you will not regret it. Now, if you're looking for Sony or Apple AirPod Pro Maxes, then at that point, I definitely say to do more research. Because if you do want a better transparency mode, you are going to 100% go for the AirPod Pro Maxes. Now, speaking of that, one thing you don't get that you get with the AirPod Pro Maxes is compatibility and connectivity between the devices. Apple has their own ecosystem, so it's a lot more fluid and clean using the AirPod Pro Maxes than it is using these. These do connect automatically, but something about it just isn't the same.